and welcome back to my channel. I've brought on a natural hair influencer slash content creator in Kenzani because she also just cut her hair 2 months ago.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? My name is Kenzani. I'm a fellow content creator here on YouTube and Instagram. I love creating content about oh my gosh, a whole bunch of things, but mostly natural hair. I cut my hair on the 16th of November. I almost said December.
Yeah, so it's 2 months in a few days.
Yes,
in
2 months.
5 days.
Yes. So it's honestly been amazing. I love having short hair, girl. It's amazing.
So guys, you can find her on Instagram handle
Kenzani Rikotso, and then also in, Instagram and YouTube, both Kenzani Rikotso.
Okay, so let's get into this video. We are going to be talking about everything that has to do with natural hair, short natural hair maintenance.
Yes.
Okay guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about my hair maintenance and then I'm going to hand over to Kenzani and she's going to talk about hers. She's had her natural hair a bit longer than mine, so she's a bit more experienced than me. But mine's also bleached and hers is not. Yeah. We cut our hair for totally different reasons. We've mentioned it in her video. So I'll put the link to her YouTube channel in my description box below. You guys can go check out her video in a few days time, where she's dropped it, and then we'll talk about the rest of the stuff there. And here we're just covering hair maintenance. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna start with my barber. The person that cuts my hair, I'm gonna put his details in my description box as well. I use a guy called Arcel. I was introduced to him by my next door neighbor beginning of lockdown. Obviously we couldn't go cut our hair. We could, salons are open, but I mean, like, it was safer cutting it at home. So my boyfriend needed his haircut. So then I called the guy and he came to cut our hair, his hair at home. So he cuts his hair so well that I decided, you know what, let me use the same guy. Now my sister cut her hair as well. She used the same guy. And I just would recommend him. He does house calls. He also has it's not his salon, but he has I think he rents at a salon in Cresta. So you guys can use him. I feel like I'm very happy with him. I've got my own razor though. It's not a razor. What is it called?
I don't even know what that thing is, but yeah. Yeah,
I've got my own. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. I got it on Take-A-Lot for about 500 Rand. I think it was 470. I'll just say 500 Rand to just give you a rounded off number. It's from Wall, W-A-H-L. Okay, the main reason I got mine is for, as Kenzani said, sanitary purposes, so that I don't have to share my blades with anyone else. But also I want to learn to cut my own hair in the long run. I don't know if I'll ever be able to fade. Let me not, obviously, like, set myself up for doom. But, like, I just cut my hair short, like, level, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'll show you the razor, and then Kenzani can tell you about where she cuts her hair and all of that. So this is what I got. It comes in this cute packaging.
Who ever thought one day you'd need to buy these things?
Unbelievable. Long hair natural influencer. So it comes with a lot of stuff inside. It's got all the different number blades. So I've used most of them. It comes with a pair of hair scissors. It comes with a brush. Comes with oil. It comes with a mirror. Cute. I've never seen the mirror, yes. It comes with an instruction manual. This is not the cleanest. There's hair all over it. And then this is this is what it looks like. It's got a little bit of hair. So I need to learn how to clean it. It charges here. So it's wireless. So you charge and then you use it. Like, it cuts like 3 times with one charge. I just need to get hello. Sure, I just need to get spirits, and I need to get like a nice brush to clean it with. We've used it like 6 times. And I haven't really, he sprays it with his own spirits when he comes, but then I need to get my own stuff. So yeah, that's my story.
I actually want to get my own. So for me, I don't go anywhere. It's either my mom cuts my hair, my aunt, or my uncle. Because each of them have their own. And between me and my uncle, we live like 7 minutes apart. So I either go to him or my mom does it for me. Because like even when I first shaved my hair, my mom did it for me.
Oh wow!
So
I think I saw saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, my mom did it for me. I think at some point, obviously, I want to teach myself, especially if I'm going to do this in the long run. It's more, but my thing is, how do you get to the back area? I think that's also another confusing part.
Yeah, that's going to be quite tough. But I think we can teach ourselves. We've taught ourselves how to treat our hair.
True.
Like, I never ever thought, like, 5-6 years ago that I could ever take care of my own natural hair at home. So we can do that. We can definitely learn. Yeah. Or like maybe you'll do the rest and then you ask your mom to just check if you've done it correctly. Or even that mirror, maybe just like you look and then you see if you've done it correctly.
I think that's definitely it. I think I want to get, I do know that my mom and I need to get like a new attachment because the one doesn't like, I don't know, it doesn't like shave it down as well.
Okay.
So we do need to get a new one because it is fairly a bit like old.
Okay.
But then overall, yeah, no, I do my hair at home. I do everything at home.
And then how often?
I think, okay, for me, one thing I realized is that number one, my hair grows very fast because I'm naturally a hairy person.
Okay.
But so my hair grows like in a space of like a few days. But then I try to cut my hair like every 2 weeks.
Okay.
But then necessarily I need to cut my hair like every, like once a week.
Yeah.
Because that's the more easier part. But then I do 2 weeks because like I just don't have the time to just be like every...
No, I get you. So there's a lady on Instagram, she also cuts her own. She's been bald also for like about 3 months, I think. She cuts every week. So she was like, you're going to have to cut every week. So I think I think most people's hair grows 0.5 centimeter, a month or something like that. So I think our hair, genes obviously differ, but the average is about 0.5 centimeter a month for hair that's been moisturized and washed and scalp that's been washed and all of that. So I think once a week is the general, but then obviously because it's a lot of work. So I think on what you would do on the day that you would do your wash day, you just turn it into a cutting day and wash your scalp, clarify your scalp and do all of that. And then if you don't want to do it every week, you can do it once every 2 weeks. So I thought I was going to cut my hair every 2 weeks, but I am on 3 weeks on Wednesday. Today is Monday. So in the last 3 weeks, I haven't cut my hair again, and this is how much it's grown. This is how much it's grown. So I don't know when next I'll cut my hair. So yeah, we'll see. I don't have a set routine yet because it hasn't been that long. But I think in 2 months I'll know what my routine is.
Everything, true.
Yeah.
Because I think it's easy, like your routine kind of changes because I think the initial first few weeks of it, you don't know what you're doing. It's new. It's kind of like when you first go natural, you don't really know what to do, you don't know what products to use. It is completely a hassle. I remember for me when I had natural hair, like I didn't know what to do. It was the worst. So I think you establish as you continue to go. And I know for me now, I know that I think I don't necessarily shampoo every single week, but I do know now one thing because my scalp is very dry. I also incorporate. So I incorporate co-washes like once a week. Mainly I've realized that my scalp gets very dry very easily. So I think one way to combat like the dryness especially is just co-washes. Because then I think one thing I realized is that like your scalp needs to be cleansed, needs to be taken care of, it needs to be moisturized. I think another misconception is that people think that when you cut your hair it's simple. It's you don't need to moisturize anything. There's nothing you need to do. There's so much work. It doesn't even feel like I've cut my hair and I have like less to do. Like I still feel like I'm still natural.
Okay, so I'm shampooing once a week. Before I was shampooing once every like 2 weeks. I think because my scalp, I'm putting more product directly on my scalp, it needs more clarifying. So that clarifying, non-drying out shampoo is quite important. So yeah, lock method is still the same. So my wash days, what I haven't done yet is a moisture treatment. I want to do that though soon because I can feel that the bleaching my hair has made my hair a little bit dry, the actual hair. Just that I don't have much of it. But I know that hair care starts from the time that you cut your hair. So I think as soon as I've got like a little bit more hair, maybe this week's wash day, I will do a moisture treatment on my hair and scalp. Remember, moisture treatments don't just treat your hair, they also treat your scalp a bit. And yeah, so it doesn't, like I agree with you, it doesn't feel like less work. It does still feel like it's quite a bit. So we've covered how often we cut our hair, and then we've sort of covered wash days, like Kenzani moved into the wash day situation, and then moisturizing.
I think for moisturizing, I think it's different because I have like little to no hair. Like I literally have absolutely nothing on my hair. But then I think for me it's just like using water. I think when I go shower, like I ensure that, you know, I at least let the steam do what it needs to do, because it's very important because your scalp needs some moisture. I think also because like I don't want to just apply something on my hair, then my whole scalp is just randomly wet because I have little hair. So it's kind of like the more, I think when my hair starts to grow, I think from like the first week initially of me not cutting my hair, from like that week and then the following week, that's when I would incorporate like the leave-in sprays, the oils and everything, because I have more hair, I guess, to cover. But then in the beginning I do incorporate, but honestly you realize, like I think now products will last even longer because you need like little
so little, it's ridiculous. So I've been putting on too much, and then I have to wipe it off with the towel because it's like I'm not used to yet how little.
Yes.
You actually will do a little short video, like a 1-minute video when we're done with this for Instagram, just to show how I take care of my hair on a daily.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think so for me it's a thing of like water is very important.
Yes.
And then I always will put like a bit of oil, and then like a leave-in spray is better for me, as opposed to like more creamier things, because there's no it goes into my scalp, and you know, like when you put like when you have hair and then like you put cream, you get like product buildup. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of product that is on my scalp. So
that's what causes dandruff, guys, that buildup of product in your scalp. Sometimes you scratch your scalp, that buildup goes in there, and then a fungus forms, and then you get thick, like not even flakes, thick things of dandruff. So there's a difference between dandruff and dry scalp. Dry scalps is more finer, like finer flakes, and then dandruff is thicker, more moisture, like more wet flakes, which is caused by different things. Dryness is caused by not moisturizing your scalp. Dandruff is caused by much more. Sometimes it's a condition that you suffer from. Sometimes it's not clarifying your scalp properly. Sometimes maybe if you're scratching your scalp and you're cutting yourself a lot, and then product gets in there. There's a lot of reasons. You can look at that book, the Science of Natural Hair. You can Google it. There's different things that cause dandruff. So for me, moisturizing, I also use my water. Shower is the best solution. I actually find that I'm putting my scalp and hair under water in the shower. Every day or every second day. I was doing it more when I was more like when I had less hair. Now that I've got a little bit of hair, I'm doing it like every second day. There's no particular reason. And then very little oil, guys. Oil is not a moisturizer. So there is no one thing that is really a moisturizer. I used to also say water is a moisturizer, but it's not. It's a hydrator. But that whole process with the hydration, with the oil, with the cream, or with the leave-in conditioner, if you choose to use that is the moisturizing process. So I do water, and then I follow up with a leave-in conditioner. I'm really loving the Palmer's one, and then I do a drop or 2 drops of oil. When my hair was like yours, 1 drop was fine, but now I'm using like 2 drops, and then I do follow up with the cream. My scalp is probably more prone to dryness maybe than yours, because I know if you do the skin type test, it tells you that if you wash your hair with a clarifying soap, let's say a sunlight, I don't know, whatever you choose. I'm not a skincare professional. So just wash your face with a clarifying soap. Leave it for 30 minutes and see how your skin feels. Does it feel tight? Does it feel oily? Does it feel like there's regions that are oily than others? So that's combination skin. When it's all dry, it's dry skin. When it's that tight, then if it's oily, that's oily skin. So I've got really dry skin because my skin goes so tight that it feels like it's gonna rip. So my scalp is also that. So I like to use a cream. There's days when I didn't use a cream, when I just did leave-in conditioner. Within an hour, I really need to put in more stuff. So I just put in the cream initially. So it's water, leave-in conditioner, a little bit of oil, and cream.
I think also another thing is very important is that I think it all depends. Now you kind of see, because obviously your scalp is also more exposed to the sun, so your product is gonna evaporate like much more quicker than you expect it to. So it's kind of like you really need to like gauge how much time you adding into like protecting your hair, moisturizing your hair, and all of that stuff, because I think also just the cold weather as well is also, wow guys, it's a thing as well.
And the
aircon as well. It's honestly so terrible. I remember my first week or 2 weeks, I used to sleep with a hoodie because like I couldn't deal.
Really?
Like, I would cold? My head was freezing cold. And also I'm anemic, so like my hands, my feet, they're always cold. So I was like freezing.
So it's different for everyone. So I was cold, like if the aircon is on, I feel it like I'm feeling it on a place where I don't particularly always feel it. So I wasn't cold, but I was feeling air and sun on places where I've never felt before, which is my scalp. And then night care routine. So I sleep on satin pillowcases every single night. It does reduce the dryness a lot, because it helps you retain moisture overnight. I feel like sleeping on cotton as opposed to sleeping on satin, the difference is almost 100%. Obviously I'll say 80 just to be safe, but I mean sleeping on a satin pillowcase is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So it actually is as good for my scalp as it was for my hair, which was quite surprising and very validating for my business, obviously.
Yeah, I think I also sleep on a satin pillowcase, and I think another thing that's very important to remember, and it all depends on the season, because I feel like I'm continuously cutting my hair, so like it's not that deep. But then if you're someone that you immediately cut your hair, you want to make sure that you're taking care of your hair, because these are ultimately going to be the ends of your hair.
Yeah, so guys, when you've got
hair,
hair, it doesn't mean that now that Sino's cut her hair, my content is no longer relevant to yours, or because Nkensani's cut her hair, what are you going to watch now on her channel? Guys, remember, this hair that I've got now, if I don't cut it, it's going to be the hair that I'll have when my hair is longer. Obviously, you cut split ends, but you get the concept.
Yes.
So hair care starts at short. And also, the biggest problem with hair care is not that people don't know what to do, it's the fact that they don't do it.
Yeah.
So getting into the habit of doing it from the time that your hair is short will then determine what your routines will be when your hair is longer later on.
Yes.
So a lot of people know they've got the product, they're just not doing it. They say they don't have the time. They actually do have the time, because it doesn't take that long. Like moisturizing my hair now takes 3 minutes probably. So it's just not doing it. It's not getting into the habit of doing it. It's like, I've got healthy food at home, but I'm still eating a lot, you know. So yeah, a lot of the issues that I like, when someone will say, see now what do I do for my hair? I'm like, did you wash your hair? When last did you wash your hair? I haven't washed my hair in like 3 weeks. Problem number one, you know. So I feel like people just aren't doing it, even though they know what to do.
Yeah, true. So yeah, I think overall, I think with short hair, you kind of like gauge how to take care of it. You kind of like see how you take care of it. And honestly, like, it's very important to, like we're saying, like, it's important to establish a routine now, because ultimately at the end, because how you take care of your hair now will ultimately be how you take care of it at the end. It's like building a routine. You can't, it's creating a habit. You can't expect, oh, I'm going to take care of my hair and I'm not doing anything now, and then when it's much longer, I don't know what to do, it's dry, it's brittle, I don't know what I'm doing. When at the beginning you could have created that habit. I think that's one thing. When I first cut my hair, well, when I first cut my hair, it was like this short. When I first cut my hair and went natural.
Me
But
too.
like,
I wasn't brave enough to go this short.
yeah, same. I was so scared. So when I did that, it was very hard, obviously, because it's your first time. But then, and I think another thing is, like, you just never realize the importance of the short stage.
Yeah.
Because I think when you have short hair, you're immediately looking at, I want this long hair, but then you're not doing anything to take care of it when it's in a short stage. And you're just looking at, oh my gosh, we have such long hair.
Yes.
Look at how long hair is.
Maybe the beauty in what Kensani is saying is that learn to want the short hair as well, and be okay with whatever stage your hair is in. Yes. Yeah. So the last thing that I'm going to cover is bleaching. Guys, bleaching is in no world okay for your hair. Like, it's not healthy for your hair. It is damaging to your cuticles. It is damaging just to the hair that you bleached. So I'm doing it because I can, and that there are rules to doing things that are not particularly healthy for your hair. For example, braiding is not great for your hair, right? Or your cuticles or anything. Yeah. But then if you braid once every 6 months or once every 4 months, say 3 times a year, it's okay, right? But if you're braiding every month, there's nothing okay about that, right? But obviously then there's measures that you can obviously there's measures that you can use. Knotless braids are better than knotted braids. Less pulling, or like the person that's doing your braids mustn't pull as much. That's a measure that you can put in. Washing your scalp while you have braids on once a week, that's a measure. So with bleaching, it's the same. So number 1, it's the moisturizing and hydrating of your scalp. So after you've bleached, your scalp will feel like tight because the bleach does affect your scalp. The bleachers do say do not bleach, use bleach directly on your scalp, but it's impossible because you are bleaching the hair that is really short. Like, you can't stretch it and try and put it just to a point where it's not on your scalp, you know. So so it's impossible to not touch your scalp with the bleach, even though the packaging does say to protect themselves. So then you'll feel like your scalp will be tight afterwards. So you need to hydrate constantly. You need to use those oils, those jojoba oils and avocado oils. They do bring the goodness back into the scalp. I know Jada Pinkett Smith was showing a video where she was doing a hot oil treatment, which really helps your scalp. Obviously, when you're doing a hot oil treatment, anytime you put oil directly on your scalp, you need to have a weekly cleansing regimen. So when you use shampoo directly on the scalp to take out that oil, because oil is bad sitting in your scalp. So yeah, so that hydration and moisturizing process on your scalp is important. Moisture treatments that I'm going to be starting now are important. It's important to not do the bleaching treatment too often. So I've had my short hair now for 3 weeks. I've bleached my hair twice, and I feel like even that is too much. So I'm going to try and do it once a month, and then for like 3 months, and then I'm going to try stop. I don't want to do it all the time, you know what I mean? Because when you do it all the time, then it's repeated damage on your scalp. So do it. It is a trend. Have fun with it, but don't do it for like a year and you're bleaching your hair and your scalp once a month. So I'm going to do it maybe for 3 months, give my scalp a break, and then maybe do it again and again. I'll see how often I do it, but it can't be an all the time thing.
Yeah.
So put in measures with things that are not particularly good or healthy for you. So even with like braiding, like I said, braid once in a while, don't braid all the time to retain your hairline. And you don't want to be 50 with alopecia, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. It's very important because even with like braiding your hair, I personally, number one, I'm just very lazy. I was very lazy. I just want to sit in a chair for hours. But even with that, I just didn't find it conducive for me to sit and continuously braid my hair, because I personally, I don't know what it is about my scalp. When it's too tight, like it just hurts. So like when I braid too much, like it just hurts. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. I think if anything, guys, like I would braid my hair like maximum 3 times, literally.
A year.
Yeah.
There's a time I was doing it once a year. Like last year I probably did it twice. The year before it was once. The year before that it was once. Because like, guys, it's not worth it. My hairline, actually I did 4 locks end of last year. My hairline was damaged, you know, but not to a point where it was visible, but you as the person with the hair knows, you know.
Yeah.
I knew that the 4 locks, also when I did that thing, when I straightened my hair, that silk press, my hairline did break, because when they're using that brush and they are like thinking, the hair becomes weak. There was a little bit of heat damage as well from that thing. So obviously if you're silk pressing, it's also once a year. That's recommended, once or twice a year. As everyone's scalp gets sore. It's not natural to pull, right? It's just that we've been conditioned growing up that it's painful to be pretty or whatever, all that stuff. It's not okay. Like now we feel like even when your scalp is painful and burning, we feel like it's part of it. Some people don't even know that their scalp, it's not healthy. Like my sister braided her hair for the first time in a very long time, and she says to her husband, this is not normal. Like it should not be okay to be in this much pain. Even though the pain was light, even the light pain is not okay, guys. Like we've been conditioned into something that's abnormal. Like I even noticed, like even with the high puffs, if I've done a high puff every day for 3 days in a row, my scalp does start hurting.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that even the high puff is not 100% okay.
Because you essentially like just pulling.
Yes.
And it's just a lot. I know for me, I would do it. I would like and you do like, you know, like when you do those tight ones,
yes.
I would feel it like right here.
Yes. Courtney on the Kardashians, actually, she doesn't have our type of hair. She has straight hair, but I mean, she got a bald patch here from a pony. So can you imagine? Like it's all the same. We just get used to and we get conditioned to things that are not necessarily good for us. Anyway, guys, we could babble on forever. Thank you for coming to my channel.
You're welcome. It's amazing. It's been nice here.
I actually asked her in the DM. It was so informal, just talking about hair randomly. She actually helped me with my camera. Remember, guys, my camera wasn't focusing. So then she has the same camera, an M50, and then we just sat side by side and she showed me her settings. And now my camera focuses again. I was actually almost going to take it back to the store. True. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
All the best.
Awesome.
All the best. We'll see, guys. Keep up to her journey and keep up to mine, and we'll see what in a year our hair will look like.
True. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, please comment on the video. Please like the video. Please subscribe. I hardly ever say this because I feel like you guys are just here all the time, but yes, please subscribe to my channel. I'm almost on 60,000 subscribers now. It might already be, I haven't checked. I don't check like often. I check like once a month. Like actually YouTube sends us stats, so I check the stats. So I can't wait to get my next stats to see how far we are as a family. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. So I'm going to count down, and then I'm going to ask you to say "see natural."
All right.
Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, 3, 2, 1. See natural.